Alright, that love Clark game. Here we go. Okay, it's morning time, early in the morning, and I want to talk about something that I come to these conclusions when I study, okay, when I'm trying to figure out what God is and the nature of the spiritual realm and all this, okay? Not going to go too much into it. Okay, now, when you start to study Christian identity, okay, 12 tribes and all this stuff, and blood relations back from the white ancestry of the Europeans down back into ancient Israel. You can trace that. That's true. All that kind of stuff is true, okay? It's a lot more credible, and there's a lot more documented evidence for it than your, sorry for your Black Hebrew Israelite, movement. It doesn't look good, but because the evidence is overwhelming for the opposite of your Black Hebrew Israelites, okay? And it's the white people. But here's the catch, okay? What if you keep studying that and you start to believe, and you believe in every word of God, and then you got to take that and say, now, if I'm not a certain percentage of blood, okay, or after a certain generation of time, or whatever, however it works, if I'm not a certain percentage, then I'm not qualified as one of Yahweh's children, okay? So, if people can be disqualified, and you find yourself to believe this, and you can be disqualified from being one of Yahweh's child, and God's child, and having a God of the Bible, or the Scriptures, right? And that's your God, that was your God, and you find it that God rejects you, then what God do you serve then? That's a good question to ask yourself if you believe that, okay? Because then, like it says, you can only serve two. So, which one now do you choose when one's rejecting you, okay? When the seal of approval, the seal on your forehead you get from being one of these blood people and keeping a covenant, okay? You get a seal, but the seal of approval, okay, it's a DNA seal too, okay? And what if your seal is ripped, or it looks like it's might be, not pure, maybe someone counterfeited it, or maybe, you just don't qualify. According to the Scriptures, I'm not sure if I qualify, okay? Because I've got Native American blood that you probably could figure out if you just paid attention to my face, or if you paid attention to up here, okay? Up here, any Native American person can recognize. Okay, it looks like Swedish, kind of, and it is both, because I'm really high-blooded white, okay? Like what you call high-blooded. Northern European, really white people, okay, come from white people, and but up here you can see it, okay. If you're native, natives you can recognize it usually, okay. It's different than a regular eye, okay. It's Asian kind of. It's like I know it sounds like an insult to the natives. I don't mean to sound insulting. But it's kind of like that in a way. I don't have that much, but I have enough. I can recognize it myself. My grandmother's mom was Native American, full-blooded Cherokee. Okay, I don't know how much that makes me, but I know natives can recognize it, even in a way whited up, whitewashed person. such as myself that's just white. I'm like a really white person, okay? I'm super white, okay? Or pink if you want to call it that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean, okay? So, I'm on the other end of the spectrum, alright? So, the natives can, like I said, recognize the little eye structure, or most of them can, you know, that really know their own people. Just like in a black person, if I'm really white and I'm looking at a black person that's got a little white blood in him, I can recognize those features, even if it's just a little bit. I can say, hey, you know, you got any old, you know, are you related to any white people in the past, or your ancestors? And they usually say, yeah, there was one white, or, well, the blacks, sometimes they don't want to admit that, you know, but the ones that will open up, they'll say, yeah, there was a mixture going on, maybe a small percentage, but you as a white can recognize your own features and other races that are mixed in, even if they're mixed in thickly with the darker or whiter, okay? You can recognize your own race, okay? So, when you come to that conclusion that I'm a white native person, okay, that's mixed blood person, okay, not 100% pure of anything, and I don't know how many generations removed from this, okay? So according to the scriptures and stuff, then, if Yahweh's not my God, or just, I'm not saying this is so, I'm just saying, for the sake of the argument, okay, for the sake of the debate, okay? If this ain't my God, right, and I'm not qualified, then where do I go then? Do I go worship Satan? Do I go find my closest ancestors' gods? Maybe I should go be worshiping some Native American, doing some Native American stuff, you know? Should I be serving the Native American gods and spirits, okay? Should I be serving Viking gods? Or should I be serving, you know, Norse gods, Celtic gods? No. I don't know. That's a good question to figure out for a person if you want to believe in that you have to be 100% pure Israelite. And anyone that doesn't like me, because I ain't 100% white, at least I'm 100% telling the truth. And I ain't going to lie about none of my stuff about my background. None of it. So, yeah. Oh, if I'm disqualified from Christianity, oh well. If I'm disqualified from your clan, KKK, I don't really care. And now you probably don't, and you really don't care, because I'm not doing the message you want. I'm not going to sit there and act like, you know. Now, there's certain, in certain respects, though, I do believe in a lot of the philosophy, okay? But I don't agree with the way they carry out things, okay? Just like, it's why I'm not a member of any National Socialist organizations, okay? I believe in a lot of the ideas, and I understand the history and the cause, and certain causes, but I don't like that you got to be someone subservient. You got to be subservient to somebody and answer to all these rules. It's like Zionists and the Talmud, okay? If I wanted a bunch of rules, I might as well read my Talmud then. I don't have one, but if I, you know, see what I'm saying? I know it's going into different areas and stuff, but I'm just going to keep going with it, okay? So, you know, what I wanted to mention was, if I'm not 100%, what God do I go to then? Okay? Or do I continue to serve that God, knowing that I'll never be having a stamp of approval? And you can't really try to convince me that Jesus, Yeshua, came for anyone else, because he didn't say he was. He didn't say it. You guys start reading the Hebrew. Don't take my word for it. Study it yourself. But he said, you know, he's coming for the house of Israel to save them, the lost sheep, not no one else. who are those people? Well, that's the thing. Identifying who they are today is a goal. Okay? Now, maybe I'll just continue serving Yahweh, and maybe I'll get lucky, and there'll be some kind of reward for me. Maybe not. All I know is the potential benefits of the rewards of following Yahweh, at least down to the 10 rules, the 10 laws, or the 10 ways to understand, okay, the 10 commandments, okay, they reap benefits that are in line with the law of nature, okay. It's God is like reap what you sow kind of God, in my opinion, okay. That's why He gives you these laws, even though they don't, like the 10 commandments, even though maybe if you're not even qualified for being one of Yahweh's children, you know, by DNA, following those steps may not be best for you, but usually, generally, is best for everybody, because you can't get better than that usually. As far as what I've found, the 10 rules of God are perfect. Okay? If everyone obeyed that, it'd be a utopia. It'd be a beautiful place. Okay? If everyone could actually respect and obey all that, we wouldn't need government. Okay? We had 10 rules. Now we got 10, 100,000 billion. Okay? It's enough about that. I just wanted to talk more, you know, really about, yeah, I got native blood, as you can probably see, or if anyone suspected. So you can laugh at me, make fun of me. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt me. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of being a Cherokee, because Cherokee are good people from Tennessee, and you know, I love the natives, and they may not know that, and I might not know them very well. As far as I've only been to a couple family gatherings up in Northern California, but you know, I don't know much, but I want to try to learn more. Maybe just figure out more about what kind of blood is. A little bit is coursing through my veins. What little bit I do know, I love, you know. But as far as, that's just books that I've read about natives. But as far as my personal experience, I've only been to church twice with the natives up in Northern California, in Yosemite, during the Indian Days gathering, okay, when I was younger. But that is the closest relation. And I've had a girlfriend one time, you know, that was a native, and I hung out with her, and I hung out with this, her cousin's boyfriend used to get me drunk all the time, a Navajo, okay? We'd get drunk, and then he'd accuse me of screwing his old lady every time almost, and then he'd go beat her up. It sucked. You know, I didn't never get to meet my any ancestors. So if I seem ignorant and I seem white and stupid towards you native people, and I just seem stereotypical and generic white towards the natives, I don't mean it. Please take no offense to my ignorance, to not knowing my people, okay? I haven't been surrounded by them. It's just like it's like a black person been taken away from their land and removed and placed into another place. When they're talking about Africa, they don't really know. They haven't been around real Africans. They might have read books as much as they want. They haven't been around them, so they only have a certain limited viewpoint, okay? So if I seem ignorant towards y'all, it's just because I am, okay? To a degree, I am. I'm the dumbest guy in America.